Our Wild West wine tour begins in the Verde Valley, in the wickedest town in the West, otherwise known as Jerome. Will and I used to come up to this area quite often. The vortex sites I used to hike are just east of where we will be staying, so I thought the area was the appropriate place to start this kind of project. We have spent a lot of time in the Sedona and Cottonwood areas, but neither one of us have spent much time in Jerome, nor have we ever tried their wine. We have two completely opposite palates, so I'm really excited to see what kind of data we're going to end up with after this experience. Since this is an educational business trip that involves the consumption of alcohol, there was a lot of strategic planning involved. We have selected 6 wineries in the area based on their menu, unique characteristics, and customer reviews. We will be visiting 2 locations per day and documenting each tasting with a personal recording device. There are limits set for each location to ensure that we are getting the most out of our experience. Each visit will include 1 wine tasting, a shared flight of reds and whites, and 1 glass of wine. Hydration is also a priority for this adventure. It is June and we are in the desert. We will be consuming water throughout our tastings and in between visits before and after. Safety is also on the top of our priority list, so we will not be driving during our stay in Jerome. Everything is within walking distance. We are on the hunt for those distinctive fragrances in the Verde Valley that distinguish the difference between wines in other Arizona wine regions. Our goal is to smell and taste as many wines as we possibly can and learn everything there is to know about wine scents and flavors, and just have fun and enjoy our experience. We selected Vino Zona based on their award-winning Arizona whites and reds, best sweet wines, and Arizona cider. Unfortunately, they were closed when we arrived, and we did not have the opportunity to sample their menu on this trip. Our next stop was at Cabal Cellars, where I thought I might learn more about how the employees are involved in all aspects of the winemaking process. We began our tasting by viewing the art on the labels and listening to the stories behind the wine. I learned that all the grapes used at Cabal Cellars are grown at their vineyard in Wilcox, where the wine is also made. This is a huge factor in the research process. Since we are searching for Verde Valley specific aromas, we cannot use Cabal Cellars for our Verde Valley region, but we have moved them over into our Wilcox region, and I think it would be a great example for comparison in this area. Since Vino Zona was closed, Cabal Cellars referred us over to their Passion Cellars location, where all their wines are made from California grapes. We stopped in for a quick tasting where we determined there was a significant difference between the California and Wilcox grapes.
Oh my god, don't we have a car?
Yeah.
Where is it?
House.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
Come on, Rocky!
We were drinking, so we were walking. Day 1 is officially down in the books, and now we can finally go explore, have some fun, enjoy each other's company, and rehydrate for a few hours before our dinner reservations. The Jerome Grand Hotel is known as one of the most haunted places in Arizona, and it's a popular location for paranormal investigators across the nation. I'm fascinated with the paranormal, and I have many years in investigative experience, but that is not the purpose of our visit this evening. So there I was, in our own little private corner on the patio outside of the building, just minding my own business, not bothering anyone except for the rack of lamb on my husband's plate. I've never tried lamb before, and I'm generally a picky eater, so this is just me kind of working on my taste bud flaws while I crawl out of my comfort zone and learn that I'm really not a huge fan of lamb. We were reflecting on our day, talking about wine and the differences in our sense of smell and taste. Dinner became more of a sensory challenge for us, discussing the smell, flavor, and textures of the food. As the glass of wine went down and the night went on, the conversation kind of transitioned into a deeper conversation where we were both becoming a little bit more vulnerable and open in our expressions. Under normal circumstances, this is usually my favorite part of the experience because I feel like it allows us to connect with each other on a more intimate level in a different atmosphere. It's the moment when all the senses kind of come together to create that memory imprint in the brain that can be triggered by a sense of smell. The aromas and flavors of the food and wine, the visuals of the unique atmosphere, the sounds within the experience, and the feeling of the wine working its way from your physical plane into your emotional plane. The service was exceptional. The food and wine were delicious. The atmosphere was comfortable and unique, and the conversation was very enlightening. I don't really know what happened. Everything seemed just fine on the walk home.